Hey guys, it's Jason again. I'm coming at you a little late this week. I had to drive down to Panama City Beach, so I'm suffering on a beach chair right now. I'm still thinking about y'all. Anyway, take a look at what changed this week.
So, first question is, will there be a 18 plus server, and then with air quotes, not sexual of any kind, just for those who wish to chillax in a more mature environment? Initial answer for that is going to be if we added another server, it would be for PvP before it would be for anything else. Outside of that, if you guys want a moon guard, we can give you a moon guard.
Well, no, I think with because you know how just depending on the game popularity. I mean, I hope it's really popular. There might be just some people that want to play with just knowing that they're not talking to somebody like under the age of like 12 or something. But something that has been proposed is kind of like, I think even Rec Room started doing like a plus service. Though I haven't really seen what they're doing, but it's like maybe you pay like a monthly membership or you buy a token in game or something, and now you have access, or you register your account or just something, and then now and you can just set so that now you can maybe either filters out anybody that hasn't done that, or you have access to a separate server, which I think is completely reasonable. I don't know about launch day, how possible it's going to be, but definitely something that on a credit card that we could do. Yeah.
Will mana be drained when spells activated, or when it is fired? Dark spell has mana drain before you shoot with it. I think the eventual idea is that you can activate it for free, and then it only gets used when you actually use it.
Yeah, all these are firing off of like our initial optimizations.
Yeah, we've barely begun to scratch the surface of the mana and magic and all that. So yeah, we're still messing with that and tweaking all the stuff with that right now. If weather is added, how will it affect combat? Like, will fire spells be less effective in the rain, and etc.? That's kind of a heavy. That's kind of a heavy thing for us for right now. We'd like to have weather in the game. I don't really see us doing anything where snow or water or snow or rain is affecting fireballs or lightning or anything like that. That's I mean, Xander, if you have a better answer, I hate just saying no, but
yeah, it's hard to say no to. I could see that as like a dungeon mechanic, but as far as open world or an MMO instead of just like a multiplayer game, it's harder to just do those blanket decisions of stuff like that, because then it's discouraging activity in an area during different weather.
Yeah.
Which I don't really like the idea of that, of like getting like but I mean, of course, since we're also doing an open class system, then it just means that you'd have to carry a different weapon with you. I'm sure we could test it, and we'll probably, it's something we can look into.
Will there be an option to change the direction of a weapon that is being held per each person's preference? I've noticed it doesn't quite feel normal when it's snapped into place. So we are, the hand snapping still needs to be adjusted. We've still been working on that. All the hands should more or less be in the proper angles. They all need a little bit more tweaking, but for right now, everything's more or less where it needs to be. The big thing that we need to do is just weapons need to be all tilted forward a little bit, so it doesn't feel like your wrist is stuck straight up and down with a sword or a bow or whatever in it. I know some games have options to where you can adjust held angles. Like pistol whip is one where it's just the first one that comes to mind, where you have options. You can change the angle at which the guns sit in your hand. So yeah, I could see having an option like that later on, so people can rotate forward or backward a little bit how they prefer the weapon to sit in their hand by like a certain amount of movement or something. And the last question is, will there be any royalty in the lore of Elysia? If not, I might need to change my name. Yeah, there is a lore. Yes, there is stuff like that in it. I don't really want to go into it just yet before Kickstarter. It's just another one of those little things that, you know, when Kickstarter gets here, you guys are gonna learn a lot more about the backstory and all that stuff. But yes, there is royalty with in Alicia's lore. And that's it. That's all the questions we have that were written in.
Okay, I went ahead and got the question and answers out of the way in case that's all you were interested in. Just a quick recap of some of the screenshots, videos you were seeing. There's extra weapons and a new bow that's been improved. That was really cool. I didn't get a chance to play with it. The airship's looking great. This is something else I'll get to a little later. There's some enchanted looking weapons now. Chest drop from Boars. I didn't have that before. And then as you can see here, there's a spider lair and the caves they've added, which are awesome. Then they got the mermaid they've upgraded and some coral stuff. The coral looks really cool. The mermaid is much improved. There was a couple of new skins recently that they've added, and some of these pillars you can see now. They've added some kind of pillar structures by the caves, all that kind of stuff. This is just me being silly. Check out my package. Anyway, so here's me being the captain of the airship and doing a perfect landing. Boom, just like that. And then I went back and checked out the town a little bit. The water in the fountain looks a lot better. I guess they changed it to what they had the other water in the game looking like, so that was a nice improvement. And then I went to some of the houses. They had some new book covers. The book covers look really good. Everything's improving. They have this little axe. It looks like a chopping axe. Almost like some kind of enchanted chopping axe. I don't know what it is, but I couldn't grab it. But it was still pretty cool to look at. I went into here and I figured out that you can grab the mugs, and but those bastards didn't put any beer in the keg. I couldn't tap. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't use the tap. But oh, it goes on my belt. That's pretty cool. So I guess they've added something that where you can put stuff on the belt now. And there's one of the new skins again. Her eyes are really cool. Yep, there's some corn. They've added a bunch of vegetables, and I'm gonna karate chop this fish real quick. Yep, there. See, that was amazing. I know. And there's a little tower, or like a toy tower inside one of the bedrooms. I think that's kind of neat.
Zombie apocalypse.
Alright, so the highlight of the week. And it's not the chicken and the horse mount, though I always like to go visit those guys. Can't wait to ride the chicken. But the climbing mechanic, I believe, is the highlight this week. That's my opinion. So they've done a lot of work on improving the climbing, and it feels a lot more fluid now. You can kind of see how much faster I'm moving if you watch the other videos. Here's me going into a cave entrance, and you've got vines everywhere you can climb now, and it's just so smooth. It used to be you'd have to, move your hands close to something and feel the vibration, and then kind of grip and make sure you feel the vibration again, and then you can pull up. And now you almost don't even have to wait for anything. It's almost like you can just walk up to anything that's climbable, grab it, and go. That's it. And here's an example of climbing. So I was looking around and trying different things. The ropes going into the caravan are a lot smoother as well. You can see me going up into the first level, second level. Love the caravan. Can't wait to use this thing in the game. And then on the ship, it used to be when you climbed anything on the airship while it was moving, you'd fall through and just everything went to crap and you'd have to restart. But now they've gotten it set up so you can climb while the airship's moving. It feels very natural. This was me escaping the spider pit earlier. I really think it'd be cool if you could grab somebody's hand and help them up, like right here. But anyway, that's all I've got this week. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the notification button.